Hey y'all, Chef IrixGuy here, back again with another pellet grill cooking video. Now today, what I'm going to do, and it's right out of the refrigerator, it's been tightly covered and marinating. Actually, it's best to marinate it overnight. I just marinated this for a few hours, but it's a chuck roast. It's a little bit over 2 pounds. A lot of people may refer to this as the poor man's brisket, but don't let the poor man's brisket make you feel like it's not going to be absolutely delicious. This will be good by itself. It's good on a sandwich. You could put it on nachos. You could put it in chili. You could make sandwiches out of it. I think I already said sandwiches. Tacos. The list goes on. But I've got my Z-Grill's pellet grill here. I've already got it preheated to 225 degrees Fahrenheit. You definitely want to take your time and cook this low and slow. That's going to just make it fall apart. It's going to penetrate it with flavor. Today I'm using applewood chips, so I'm gonna have a really good flavor profile throughout. I mean, when this thing slow smokes at 225, it's just gonna really soak up those, look at that. Look at that, marinated. Like I said, a little bit over 2 pounds. So don't let those brisket prices on today's market, maybe when you're watching this, brisket's affordable again, but don't let those prices scare you away, because there's nothing wrong with a chuck roast. The marinade, oh man, that's gonna be good. Put the rest of this marinade on there. And this is just really gonna further enhance the flavor while it does its slow 225 degree Fahrenheit smoke. But the marinade that I'm using, and you can do what you want to do, but I used and I'll link it within this video's description, but it's a truffle seasoning blend. So it's got black pepper, garlic, then I use some wet marinade as well, and then some freshly chopped garlic. You can take a shortcut with fresh garlic if you want to. Just buy those little things that are, it's got garlic in it. It's already chopped and it's in olive oil. If you don't want to take the time to chop your own garlic clove, I recommend chopping your own garlic clove. Now, what we're gonna do, one of the cool things about this pellet grill is that I can just stick my probe through here, and then I can plug it in, and we want to put this probe right in the middle of the chuck roast, and that's going to measure the meat done temp. So find the thick part, stick it in the middle. And then what we're gonna do, it's actually quite simple. We're just going to close this sucker up. It's gonna smoke at 225. Again, I've got plenty of pellets in here. That's one of the cool things about this. This does not, especially at lower temps like 225, this goes through pellets very slowly. So the cost of the cook, again, chuck roast, not super expensive nowadays, especially in comparison to a brisket. And I'm going into my Z-Grill's app. Let's see, let me go into that. Z-Grill's app right here. So I'm in my Z-Grill's app, and you can see probe 1. I need to set that temperature. The perfect degree of doneness, in my opinion, for a chuck roast is going to be 205 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, keep in mind, that's 205 degrees in the middle of the thick part of the chuck roast. So that's why I stuck that probe in there. Right now it's 48 degrees Fahrenheit, as you can see, because it came out of my refrigerator. It was marinating while tightly covered within the refrigerator. So we've got 48 degrees. I'm going to monitor that until it hits 205. Not gonna do anything else. I'm not gonna flip it. I'm not going to add anything to it. You could spritz your chuck roast, with apple juice. You could spritz it with apple cider vinegar. You could spritz it with beer, whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to keep it super simple. I'm just going to let it work its magic. I'm not going to wrap my chuck roast. Something some people may do is wrap their chuck roast. I don't feel that it's necessary. I mean, you do what you want to do, but my goal with this cook of this chuck roast, and I'll mention it, this chuck roast, a little bit over 2 pounds, it was on today's market, I think I paid about $14 US for it, and it's Angus, so you know, not super expensive given the size, and I mean this will make several really good meals. So I mean it's well worth the time. 225 low and slow. Monitor your cook. If you're using the Z-Grill's pellet grill like I am, and you've got the app, that makes it effortless. So really all you got to do is go doing about whatever you want to do, and when that hits 205, pull your chuck roast out. You do want to let it rest, so put it in a cooler or put it in your oven that's turned off and it's not hot, and let it rest for about a half hour before you slice into it. But we're getting ahead of the game, because first things first, and that's letting this smoke low and slow at 225 until the middle of that chuck roast has hit 205, because that temperature, and you comment below, tell me what you think. What's your perfect degree of doneness, your temperature in the middle of your chuck roast? Do you like 205 degrees Fahrenheit? Do you like something else? I like 205, but I want to hear your comments below. I mean, I'm not a dictator. I'm just Chef IrixGuy here from the Appalachian Ocean. I like to cook, I like to eat. You know, I'm not too fat, but I'm definitely not skinny. And by the way, pro tip there, never trust a skinny chef, because, well, you can think about it and know what that means. It's not that difficult. But yeah, let's let this thing hit its 205 degrees Fahrenheit in the middle of the chuck roast, and I'm going to show you some magic. And if you could smell this right now, I know it's not the far future. Maybe you can. I mean, maybe they've enhanced the way things work, but I mean, just this apple wood. There's so many flavor varieties of wood that you can get, but this apple wood, I am so excited, because hickory, can't go wrong with hickory, can't go wrong with oak, can't go wrong with pecan, maple. I mean, there's so many wood types, but there's something special about apple wood, and when you've got that low and slow chuck roast smoke with apple wood, I mean, you're taking a pretty basic cut of beef and you're turning it into something that, I mean, you could sit down at a snooty dinner table, a snooty picnic table with a bunch of people, and you know, you got the chuck roast and you're like, man, that's good. See, that's how good it is. So you don't have to have brisket. You can do yourself a poor man's brisket, as a lot of people call it, and do a chuck roast and still have something outstanding. So let's come back when this sucker's ready, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So 205 degrees is the optimal temp, and right now you can see the middle of my chuck roast is about 204 degrees Fahrenheit. So I am so close to being able to remove it from my pellet grill, and man, I'm going to go ahead and get I've got a little metal pan, and I'm actually going, I think earlier I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going to wrap it in butcher paper and put it in an oven that's cool. It hasn't been on recently, and let it rest for 1 hour before I cut into it. So let's go ahead and pull this out of the pellet grill. So I've got my butcher paper and just a little tray that I'm going to use here. And you can find the butcher paper like I'm using, and also the pellet grill. Expand this video's description and click the link there. But we are at, it is ticking between 204 and 205, so 205 Fahrenheit in the middle of the chuck roast is without a doubt the optimal done temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my pellet grill off, and it's starting the turn off phase. It's not like it goes off instantaneously. So I'm going to turn that off. We're going to pull out this butcher paper here. Took my temperature probe out. Oh man, look at that. Look at that right there. This is gonna be so good. We're gonna wrap it up. Gonna let this sucker rest, like I said, for 1 hour. I'm gonna do, you'll see this here too, I'm gonna do my short. Hey y'all, Chef IrixGuy here, and this is the chuck roast. Hey y'all, Chef IrixGuy here, and this is the chuck roast. So we're gonna wrap this up here. And basically all you do is just wrap, fold, and then I'm gonna put it over here on the table. Wrap, fold, no true science. Just get it good and wrapped, put it in your oven or a cooler, and let it rest for 1 hour, 60 minutes. So let's go ahead and let this sucker rest, and then let's slice into it like a boss.
Chef IrixGuy rolled in slow with a chuck roast and a good old glow at the Appalachian ocean shore. He said, baby, we're cooking something more. He rubbed it down with pepper dust, set that pellet grill to low and just let it kiss that hickory air while the salt wind danced through his hair. Morning turned to golden brown, that smoke kept floating up and down. He smiled like he knew the code when that roast started to hold its soul. Chef IrixGuy, turn it high, chuck roast on a low, slow fire, smoking out by the Appalachian ocean. Tender heart, that kind of motion. Chef IrixGuy, turn it high, that roast came back a little bit wiser. Chef IrixGuy, dark and sweet, juice stayed hidden in the meat. He sliced it thick on a wooden board, folks lined up for another more. The pit sang soft, the waves rolled blue. He fed the whole porch, all the crew. One bite made the whole place hum like Sunday sun and a bourbon drum. He checked it once, then let it ride. Patience looked good by his side.
Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.